Welcome back to Smokescreen Cinema Reviews, where we help you see through the smoke. Picture this. Your mild-mannered dad suddenly becomes a one-man wrecking crew. That's nobody. Now, fast forward to his family vacation. Picture amusement park chaos, bullets, and, emotional baggage that might just blow up. That's Nobody too. Let's dive in. Let's start by looking at the first Nobody movie. Hutch Mansell seemed like your average quiet family man, until some home-intruding burglars triggered something buried deep. Apparently, he's a former government assassin with lethal skills. After avenging his family, he dives back into that world, dismantling a Russian mob operation and literally burning their money, and leaving him broke and in danger. It's a gritty, violent baptism into his secret past. Anchored by Bob Odenkirk's unexpected charisma, Nobody balanced humor with bone-crushing action and left audiences hungry for more. 4 years later, Hutch is still doing assassin work just to pay off the debt from the first flick. To reconnect with his family, he promises them a normal vacation to Plummerville, a quirky Midwestern theme park. But predictably, nothing stays normal. After Hutch defends his daughter from a rude worker, things spiral. He loses a pinky, discovers the park is a front for crime, and that the sheriff and park owner are both crooked. Worse yet, they're under the thumb of a ruthless crime boss, Lendina, played by Sharon Stone. From duckboat brawls to trap-laden finales, the Mansells fight their way through with emotional scars and dark humor in tow. The critics agree that the movie is predictable, but that Bob Odenkirk's performance stands out. Some say these couple movies revived Bob's career. Overall, it is not as good as the first movie, and the plot is weak. You will be entertained enough, though, to be able to watch it to the end without wanting to leave the theater or turn it off partway through. Fans hope for a Nobody 3 at some point in the future. Many thought the villain was trying to be portrayed as a tough gal, but swearing every other word doesn't make you tough, so they weren't buying it. The pace and comedy were the positives that shined. As I got a little over halfway through Nobody 2, I started experiencing a bit of déjà vu. It was because both Nobody movies share a lot of similarities in the plot. Both movies start off with Hutch in police custody in an interrogation room. They then show us the monotonous routine of Hutch's Monday through Friday work. Once he finds out who the villain is, he burns a whole room full of their money, which leaves the main villain with nothing. This also angers the main villain enough to get them to come after Hutch directly with a ton of henchmen. Then the movie wraps up with Hutch teaming up with his brother and father to set booby traps and take out all the bad guys. I enjoyed watching both Nobody movies, although I liked the first one more because of the deeper storytelling. For the second movie, it was like the director copied the basic storyline of what worked in the first movie and changed the villain and location for the sequel. Both movies had about the same creativity of how Hutch would use his environment to thwart his enemies. I would have rated the first movie an 8 out of 10, but for the second movie, I would rate it a 6 out of 10. I wanted a little more to the story than Hutch owing debts and having to complete assignments to pay it back. The villain Lendina was introduced pretty late in the movie in a way that we would have thought the crooked sheriff was the main villain. The director tried to make Lendina tough but did not have enough time to do so, like they did with Julian in the first movie. Well, that's all I got for Nobody 2. Thanks for watching Smokescreen Cinema Reviews, where we help you see through the smoke. What did you think of Nobody 2, and would you rate it better or worse than the first movie? Leave a comment down below, and if you don't want to be Hutch's next assignment, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time.